Hey guys! So today I'm going to do a story time video about my abusive relationship that I had in the past, and I want to talk about it to help you guys out, and I don't know, I just feel like it's time that I share. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm no longer with this guy, I'm no longer talking to him, whatever. So back in July of 2018, Um, I recently just broke up with my first boyfriend. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say their name, but I'm going to because they're common names. So I was dating Anthony for a year, in 2017 to 2018 of July. In July, we broke up, and then that's when I met this guy. Um, that's the only. I don't want to protect his name. I'm just going to say his name. His name is Kyle. Okay? He reached out to me and said like, hey, and we started talking, and what I noticed right away is that, okay, so I didn't see it back then, but there was like a lot of red flags. Like if you looked at his Facebook and like scrolled through it, he didn't have actual friends. It was only his family. Um, this guy had anger issues. Like if you didn't respond right away, like he was very clingy. Like if you didn't respond right away, he would keep texting you, and the longer you didn't respond, the angrier he would get. That was one red flag. Another red flag was just the relationship went from just talking to hanging out and to dating real quick. Like within a week, we were already like seeing each other, and we never met in person. We just met on Facebook. Um, so we met in a public place for the first time on Sunday. I invited him to our church so we can be like, hey, you know, to figure things out. It just, something seemed off, I guess you could say. Like, it just felt weird. Um, and then later that day, we actually hung out again, which was kind of another red flag, is that he was like, oh, I got to see you again, like right away. So we hung out again. Um, and then things just like escalated quickly from there. Like I said, he'd become angry if you don't respond to him. I'm gonna let my dogs out real quick. Like I was saying, if you don't respond to him right away, he like becomes angrier, and the longer you don't respond, he becomes even more angrier. Like, I'm gonna go to jail for this. I'm gonna do that. Like, there was a lot of threats going on, um, with like between like to me, and well, not directly like at me, but like he kind of like threatened my mom and my dad and like things like that because um after like the first month of like hanging out, he already was like ready for me to like move into his house, and I was like, okay. um so I did run away from home one time. um that was a bad choice on my part. um and this was like we after my parents like took away my phone and said like, oh, you can't talk to this guy anymore, because obviously they could see all the red flags. There was so many red flags in the relationship. um for an example, he would text my mom and say, hey, okay, so he would text my mom as me and say like, hey, I need my ID for this or that, because he wanted to take me to the vape shop, and like that's never something I was interested in. And I don't know. Uh, I didn't like that he vaped, but obviously I can't tell him how to live his life. If he wants to vape and slowly kill himself, so that's that. That's that. That's fine. Um, this was kind of before all the um, this was kind of before all the news came out about vaping. Like back then, it was no big deal because this was in 2018, like before all the news started. Like, oh, this is bad for you. Um, so he took me to my senior prom, Um, and we went to Chick-fil-A after. Um, I don't know. Like, something was just off about the relationship. Like, it was always so physical. Like, he always wanted to do physical stuff with me. I thought that was kind of odd. Um, like I said, he asked me to, like, move in with him, like, after a month of knowing him. And looking back, I know it was, like, a way for him to give me, like, a drug of some sort because I was always so confused. Um, I had a what is it, like a whole quarter pounder. Never had that in my life. Um, I don't know. I guess that's it. It was never like a physically abusive relationship. It was just like a mentally abusive relationship. Like he would make me stay on the phone with him all night long. I didn't get any sleep. It gave me so much anxiety. He got banned from my school. Okay, so um, I guess before we put the restraining order on him, he came to my school to give me stuff for Valentine's Day, and he wasn't really allowed to like see me at this time because of the whole situation. Um, and so he came to my school, and uh, and he just acted like it was normal, and that's just what kills me inside is that he just was acting like this is a normal thing to do. Like, I don't know. It's just, it was bad. So that's when we put the restraining order on him. He got banned from the school because he was technically trespassing. Um, because he was like walking through the school looking for me. He was trespassing, and it just wasn't a good situation. So let me go back to the part where I ran away. So, um, if you're ever in a situation with a guy who keeps like encouraging you to come and pick you up in the middle of the night, just dump him. Like, just be like, eat. Uh, I understand the whole, like, I don't want to dump him because of this reason or that reason, because he's gonna threaten me, he's gonna kill me, or, like, he mentally abused me to the fact where, like, I didn't want to break up with him because I was afraid for my life. Like, it gave me so much stress and anxiety. I still have so much stress and anxiety to this day. The reason why I'm talking about this is I'm just trying to like spread awareness of the situation so you guys can see the red flags of maybe the relationship that you're in or a relationship that maybe you were going to start being in. Um so yeah. If you want me to do a video on just like the red flags of a bad relationship, I can do that. So that was my story time. So back in February of 2019, we put a restraining order on him because, like I said, he came to my school. And then, so far my life has been good. It's December now. But okay, so he tried to get in contact with my mom, and technically in the restraining order, it does not say that he cannot contact my mom. So, that's great. Uh, so I'm kind of like scared right now. Um, I don't have a job right now, which which makes me have less anxiety because I'm safely here at home. So, yeah, because I felt like he could show up to my workplace. I felt like he can go to the school that I was at again, like do whatever he want, like that kind of thing. Like track me down or something, like cuz he's done that before. And it just scares me. And obviously he knows where I live because we were hanging out and dating. So yeah, it's just scary, I guess. Um, so thank you guys for just like listening to me. I felt like this was necessary. I felt like it was this time to talk about it and let it all out, because it's easier than telling my friends face to face that I've been struggling recently. Um, because one of his family members reached out to me, and I guess I friended this person, but I don't remember friending them. I probably friended them way back then, and they just now accepted the request, and they just now started waving at me. Okay, so they accepted my friend request, and then they started waving at me. And like, it's not a like, oh, we're new friends kind of wave, because they waved at me like 4 times within like 1 hour, because I was reading their messages. And then there was one message that was removed. So I just have a feeling in my gut that that was Kyle. And so, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Please comment and subscribe, and please request. I love you guys. If you guys want more story times, I don't really have story times in my life, but this is one of them. So, you guys already know my story of my depression, and now you know my abusive story. So I actually did not get depressed by this, and I wasn't physically abused. I was just mentally abused. I'm safe now. If you guys need to reach out for me, if you guys need somebody to talk to or reach out to, I have my email, which is periodkidsforgirls@gmail.com, and then I have my Twitter, which is periodkids, I think, and then I need to probably make a new Instagram or another way for you girls to contact me. But yeah, thank you girls for watching. Please comment, subscribe, please request. Bye girls.